Okay, so my name is Cabasco, as many of you probably know if you're following me. I speedrun Chibi-Robo. I've been streaming it more often recently, and something that I've realized, or not just myself, but other people in our community, like Jaxler, have realized is that there's not even like showcases of many of the major Chibi-Robo glitches that are used in the speedrun, and even not used in the speedrun, just fun glitches. So I'm gonna be showing off these glitches and doing my best to explain how they work. I'll have, as you can see in the bottom left right now, the input display. So let me just go ahead and make sure I can see both of them. And alright, so I have a save state here so I can make sure I go back. So I'm just gonna show off some of the basic glitches. This is the first one. We call it sliding. I think the Japanese community calls it slipping. Now, when Chibi-Robo walks, you lose battery. Obviously, that's the whole gimmick. And you lose quite a bit of battery. It goes down pretty fast. Now then, what you'll see us do a lot is slide to avoid this. So if I walk forward and press down, and just keep holding down, I'll slide. And you can notice my battery is going down a lot slower. Now, you need a good camera angle, and you need to go directly from up to down. If your camera's in a weird spot, you'll stop sliding, as happened the first time. Now, as you can see in my inputs, I go directly from up to down. It's best if you don't, like, go around, because then it won't work. And if you have trouble doing this, there's a very easy way. If you're holding forward, open the map with the R button, and then press down, and then exit the map. You'll go straight into a slide, no problem. Easy as that. And this is probably this is the best way to save battery. We do it almost in all of our movement if we need to. Just more of it. See, that time I stopped because of the weird camera angle, or I didn't press down properly. So sliding, it's very easy to do, especially with the map method. And what you want to do is, you notice when you start slowing down, just exit the slide, because otherwise it's slow. Alright, so here, we're in the kitchen. I'm on a save file that's just basic setup. I've completed Drake Redcrest's Z action. I've gone to the kitchen. I haven't entered the foyer at all. And as you can see, here's the door that would normally lead you to the foyer. Foyer, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Now, what I'm going to show is how to clip through walls. And we're going directly from sliding to clipping because it's pretty much the same thing. What you want to do is walk up against the wall and then press down, X, and then immediately exit the equipment menu. So you press X to open the equipment menu. So down, X, and then up. You can see on the inputs what I'm doing. So the best way to do it if you're having trouble is just to walk up against the wall, press down to slide, and then immediately press X, B, and then up. So what I do is, right as I press down and press X, I immediately just switch to up. And if you're having trouble against walls, you can literally just spam it. Like, if you're having trouble on a wall, you can just keep spamming the same inputs over and over. And eventually, you'll probably get through. So here, this is the thinner wall, I think. So you just go right through. There are some walls that are a lot thicker or more difficult to clip through. Mainly the basement clip, which I will be showing off as well, more likely than not. Let me go ahead and load the save state so I have enough time to get to the basement. So now, we're just going to slide across this room as normal to save battery. And then we're going to clip through the door, and the loading zone is actually here. This is like the main first speedrun strat of the run. So we're going to clip through this wall, and we're through, and we're in the foyer. Now, this is known as mug skip. And this is because we don't need the mug to get past the free rangers. Because we've entered the foyer from the kitchen instead of the living room, we don't actually activate the free rangers cutscene. You can see Sarge is actually, he's up there. He's waiting. And the thing is, if you were to plug in or activate a Chibi door at all, you would activate the free rangers. But we don't want to do that. So what we want to do is just go straight towards the foyer. And it will act as if we have just passed through the foyer as normal. Now, we're just going to skip ahead so I can get to the basement and show the difference between some walls and different clips. So we just entered the basement, and with the basement normally, let me make a save state. with the basement normally, you would want to go down, do the Giga-Robo cutscene, get the battery, get the blaster, shoot that, you can see a bit more. Shoot the sticker right there, and climb all the way up. But what we do instead is we clip through this cage. I do a sideways clip, and sideways clips are usually a lot more difficult, so this is where that spam method I was talking about earlier comes into handy. Oh, I almost missed it. And eventually you'll get through. And then through here, we can get the Giga Charger and do things out of order. But we're not going to do any of that. I'm not showing, like, a route of the speedrun, because it still needs a lot, like, between the GameCube and Wii version, we still have quite a bit of stuff we need to reroute for the GameCube version, at least. And a more in-depth routing detail, or tutorial for the speedrun needs to be done eventually. But for now, at least, I'm just trying to show off glitches. Which brings me to the next glitch, the plug drop. So, this is a way of avoiding fall damage. If you slide off of a ledge, and then press A to pick up your plug as you fall off, you'll negate fall damage, like so. See? So you can do that pretty much, you can do that anywhere, not pretty much, you can definitely do that anywhere. And it's probably because of the animation picking up your plug cancels out the animation from falling. So one place I do a lot is at the stair right now. So just slide off and press A. And you might get some times where you kind of slide off and Chibi-Robo floats in the air and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't do anything. And that's fine, just walk back and try it again. It's not too much of a big deal. So next, the next glitch, I'm going to restart my game real quick. So X, if you hold XB and start, by the way, it's soft resets. I'm going to load this save file right here. This is a bingo save file. Jaxer and I do bingo a lot. If you're interested, I can link in the description. Now, if you exit the Chibi house here, this is just after buying the first utilibot. So this is a cutscene called Teriyaki Blues, and it's a very large cutscene trigger. It extends very far, so you can't just like walk away. Telly forces you into it. But if we slide into the loading zone and then pick up our plug and have it so Chibi-Robo spins around twice, you'll get this. And if you're stuck on top of the stairs, take out the copter, press A, fly around, and don't walk to the right at all, just walk forward, hop up, walk along the edge of the plug, and walk all the way over here, and still walk around because the cutscene trigger is just that big. And now you've skipped Teriyaki Blues. It's not used in the speedrun yet. I've been using it in my GameCube runs because it doesn't. This glitch is actually the only glitch that doesn't work on the Wii version of the game, the new play control. So because it's the faster version, Jaxer and I didn't ever really consider it, but I've been doing GameCube runs recently and I've been using it to see how good it is. Oh, music cut out. That's fine, I guess. But I think it's useful in the GameCube version. Well, we're gonna go over here to this drawer to showcase a different fun little glitch real quick called the drawer glitch. This one is used once in a speedrun because this specific chibi door that we used to use it for has been cut out. So what you want to do, grab any pullable or pushable object in the game. So for the drawer, you got to pull it out first. Move your camera to the direction you want to pull the drawer. Press A, start moving, and then press L to reset your camera. So I did it wrong there. Yeah, come on. So we're going to move our camera. Press A, start pressing up, and then L at like the same time. And then you'll start pushing it in whatever direction you wanted to reset the camera in. You can pull drawers, utilibots, in any direction you want. You can go diagonal. It's all very fun. Like I said, the only use we use it for is the briefcase at the end of the game. Because it's faster than entering the code. We can teleport inside of the briefcase by that. But another fun side effect is, like I said, you can use with Chibi utilibots. So the cutscene trigger for Teriyaki Blues doesn't actually extend far behind it. And this utilibot is actually active. So this is pretty fun. You can get behind it, do the drawer glitch to pull it diagonally out. And as you can see, the cover is still there, and you can use this as normal. It's very whack. You can even raise it, but it doesn't have like a top. You can't get on top of it. As you can see, it's a little bit bugged. You can climb it and then fall. But what's even funnier is if you were to walk into this cutscene, he would review it and nothing would be there. I don't want to do that because it would get me stuck. And there's one other thing I want to show that we usually show in most glitch showcases is this, the fireplace. So if you clip inside of the fireplace, there's a loading zone here. And this is an unused area that no matter what you do, you're stuck now. Even if the timer runs out, nothing will happen. And even if you die, which I will now show, nothing happens. You're just stuck here for all eternity. You can't, I don't think you can Z action. I definitely can't now. Yeah, you just, pressing Z does nothing. It's like being in a Chibi room. A Chibi house. No, Chibi room door. Oh, God. So you're just stuck here. Let's see. So now... Alright, real quick before I get into the next trick, that's really fun and I only use it in bingo, I'm going to show another application of sliding. If you slide into a loading zone and then press A, you can pick up the plug or drop it if you press B while entering. And it's like picking up the plug, but there's no, you don't have to wait because you're in the load zone. You're not wasting any time. It's pretty useful. And it's actually, I've had some times in speedruns where doing that got me just barely enough time on the timer to actually make it somewhere. So where I'm heading to now is this Chibi door over here in the corner. Now Chibi doors in Chibi-Robo, you spend 10 battery on them to get inside, and they have some Moolah money in them, and that's it. But there's this one glitch that we don't use in the speedrun, called Chibi-Room Mode. But we use it in bingo quite a few times. So I'm just gonna enter it as normal. This is probably the most well-known, and in my opinion, easiest way of doing it. So what you want to do is walk up against this wall, and clip out of it, using the clipping method. You can just spam, oh, I'm out. And then you want to walk, I believe, 33 steps of the sound effects to upright. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. And once you've walked around 30 steps upright, you want to hold right and down air until your footsteps change. And once your footsteps change, you can just keep holding right down or right. Or up. Until you reach the foyer load zone. And now once you've done that, you have activated Chibi-Room Mode. And what Chibi-Room Mode does is interesting. It keeps all of... Oh. Alright. This is curious. I've never done this before. Because the cutscene is here and the music is glitched. I'll explain what it does. I'll just skip. I'm just gonna skip it. Okay. So, I'm past the cutscene, and as you can see, I don't have any battery, or the timer is not in the top left. They're loud. There's nothing in the top left or anything. I'm gonna exit, because this music is really loud, and they're shooting at me. But when you're in Chibi-Room Mode, as you can see now, my battery and timer are back, but they don't go down at all. It's as if I'm still inside of a Chibi room. I don't know if I'm in Chibi room. That's what we call it. The Chibi door, however you want to call it. You can't use your Z pose. Tell you will tell you can't do it. But the day will never end. Now my HUD is gone again, side effect. The day will never end, and you won't lose any battery, not even from falling or anything. This effect will go away when you enter another Chibi room or the Chibi house, places where you don't have battery. When you exit them, everything will be back to normal. We use this a lot in bingo to get to certain objectives in time, but it's not used in the speedrun as far as I've ever seen. I think, I want to say one of the Japanese runners used it recently, but other than that, that's like the last major glitch besides Briefcase skip clip, but I don't have any save files that are near. Actually, I do, so I'll go ahead and set that up. I'll be back. So I was on my way to set up the next glitch, but I remembered on my way that if you clip out of bounds behind the TV in the living room, fall down here, there's 100 Moolah. We get this a lot in the speedrun on our way to the foyer, because we can just walk over to the load zone here. So that'll be neat to show. So, again, I thought I'd showcase a neat application of the drawer glitch. I'm on my way to set up the other one I was talking about. if you are in the foyer and you have the will to take this drawer all the way to that stool over there without getting it stuck, there are some interesting properties that only this stool, as far as we are aware, have. So I'm gonna set it up. Alright, so if you try to jump on this stool, you get teleported out. Most of the time, if you try to jump somewhere or go anywhere that's usually considered out of bounds, the game will be fine with it. But for some reason, this drawer will shoot you out like this. It doesn't have much application, and we thought it could maybe be used, but it's only sideways. It doesn't send you upwards. If we ever found something that sends you upwards in this game, we could possibly get upstairs early, and oh boy. I just want to say that that's one of the very few things holding back this game, is getting upstairs without the utilibot is currently impossible. We haven't found any way to get upstairs early, so if anyone has any ideas or would like to join us in glitch hunting, that would be very, very appreciated. So here we are in the bedroom, and there's this frog cutscene right here. Now the funny thing about this frog cutscene is it actually extends an insane amount out of bounds. So even if we were to try and skip it, if I can get out of this wall, this is a good example of where the spam method of clipping comes into play. We'll try doing it on this wall. Yeah, there we go. Oh, see? There it is. So the moment I walked even there, the cutscene will activate. So those walls are actually very thick, so I'm just gonna go on the door instead and try to go all the way around. I'm curious to see how far this actually extends. Wow! I was not being lied to with that one. So, here I go again. This is interesting that the foyer is actually kind of loaded. Alright, let's try to go all the way out here. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see how it is. Tell me this is past it. It must be. Okay. That's crazy. Alright. I'm gonna make a save state right here. Because this glitch, most of the time, will crash your game. So this briefcase, as most people know, you pull it out, and then you have to enter a code, 2455, to open it. It has Giga-Robo's leg in it. You need it to complete the game. But what we do is you pull it to the left of the drawer glitch, right around here, and then if you go walk into it, you'll clip right inside of it. Now, I believe the game will crash here, so volume warning. Volume warning. No, okay, it crashes later. So this starts the end sequence of the game, and in the GameCube version of the game, when Mrs. Sanderson is here, it crashes the game. So at most points of the game, this will crash. We have a lot of invisible cutscenes going on right now. Now, the reason why we can't just do this right away like I just did is because we are unable to complete the game without the circuit schematics, which the circuit schematics are used to, this is a loud cutscene, I hope it can be heard. Turn it down a bit. The circuit schematics are what upgrade the Chibi Blaster and what we need to progress to kill the spiders in this end sequence. Now, the circuit schematics are gotten by going to the past. To go to the past, you need the Chibi Radar. To get the Chibi Radar, you need to start the divorce sequence. So, to start the divorce sequence, you need to do a whole lot of other stuff. We need to get the toy receipt. So we still need to go through the game as normal. And even then, even if we were able to avoid that entire process, we would still need to get 10,000 Moolah to charge the Giga battery to complete the game afterwards. So it's unfortunately not possible. The aliens won't spawn. Excuse me. The aliens won't spawn without the radar. And while you're in this sequence right here, the foyer and kitchen loading zones are disabled. So even if we clip behind those doors, we won't be able to get to the kitchen or foyer. But you can still get to the backyard because they're intended. Alright, well that's pretty much most of what I can think of that's like widely used, at least in Bingo and the speedrun. There's some more obscure tricks like the hot rod glitch that Jackster shows off a lot in the marathons. I briefly showed the fireplace. There's some other weird glitches that happened once or twice, like dying on the same frame you kill the final boss. I had that happen to me in my last run. We don't know what effects it has because I just wasn't aware of it even happening. So that's unfortunate. But if anyone has any questions about the inputs or ways to do these glitches, or if anyone wants to know about the speedrun in general, you can watch the VODs of Single Scoop, Jaxer, or myself of our speedruns and learn from watching, or in the future we might do a detailed route explanation. The thing is, the route is very iffy right now. It's going through a lot of changes ever since we found out you can shine Sarge's boots for 1,000 Moolah, Teriyaki Blues being discovered in the GameCube version of the game, the Wii version having atrocious motion controls. There's a lot of stuff holding this game a bit back in terms of the route right now, and a lot of us, at least Jaxter and I, haven't run it in a long time because the Wii version, which is faster and doesn't crash on the Briefcase clip, has really jank controls with the blaster and other stuff. And the GameCube version, Teriyaki Blues skip has to be done like 12 times, I think. 12, if not more times. If you mess it up once, it's a dead run. And it's just a long game in general. There's a lot of cutscenes, and there's a 50-50 about 2 hours in, where you gamble all of your moolah. So we're still doing a lot of testing. I personally am planning to run the game more. My second monitor is coming in on Monday. Next week, I'll probably be doing more runs of the game. So look forward to that. Alright, so I'm in post-recording right now because I wanted to bring up something that I brought up to the Chibi-Robo Discord and on my Twitter. It's that the $100 bounty for finding a way to get upstairs early in, well, the game that I'm showing right now, Chibi-Robo for the Nintendo GameCube. For the longest time, it's been theorized for a way to get to the upstairs portion of the foyer or any part of the upstairs of the game without the use of the utilibot. This would cut out having to farm spiders, you wouldn't have to do several cutscenes, Teriyaki Blues would never even happen. It would overall save a lot of time. My guesstimate, based on being hopeful or being a bit unhopeful about the method, maybe taking a lot of setup, it would definitely save 15 minutes. It would bring us sub 2 hour. I know that for sure. It would finally get us the sub 2 hour run. And I'm willing to pay anyone who can find a way to get upstairs without the use of a utilibot and in a way that helps the speedrun in a significant way, $100. And if nothing happens for a while, I'm gonna up it probably, but I don't want that to be an incentive. I'm personally putting in $100. Maybe the rest of the speedrun community for Chibi-Robo will pitch in a little bit, but this is probably the biggest thing, just to have more people searching for glitches, because this game is pretty broken. There's a lot of clipping into different areas. As I was showed in this entire video, we can go through any wall. Like, you'd think this game would be cracked wide open because of that, but there's a lot of restrictions. We don't have any way of gaining height in this game without doing intended methods. There's no ways to gain height, so we can't even go up like the small stairs that are shown, or not shown, that are preventing us from getting upstairs before the use of utilibots. So I just wanted to put that out there. $100 if anyone can find it. I'm gonna post it on the Speedrun Reddit. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be doing more runs of Chibi-Robo next week, hopefully. My stream is twitch.tv/Cabasco, sellout, whatever. I hope that we can bring this game as far as possible.